Right, thank you for taking time for watching this video that you're about to watch. Now, I'd love you all to subscribe to my channel. Let's get the subscribers up. But one of my favourite and most loyal subscribers is one of my daughters, who she's just made this for me. Look at that. What does it say?
Subscribe to Colin.
So what do you want the people to do?
To subscribe to my daddy.
Good afternoon, internet. It's Saturday, it's the 6th of January, and it is nearly 3 o'clock. And we have today, first of all, welcome back to the channel. So today we have a little bit of sunshine, eh? It's better than rain, although we have had rain as well today. But at least at the moment we've a bit of sunshine, so the weather's looking better. Okay, now, so this video today is, it's basically a simple oil change on the Meteor 350. Now, I was in two minds, shall I just change the oil and I won't do a video, and I'd almost thought, yeah, okay, that's what I'm going to do. But then on Instagram, because I'm on Instagram, you can follow me on Instagram, the link is on the... Anyway, someone sent me a message, a guy that follows me who's not long bought one of these, bought it second hand, and he wanted to change his oil. And so he said to me, you said you was going to do one, are you going to do one, blah blah blah, because he's never changed the oil, and he said, so I thought to myself, okay, because I sort of take this for granted, yeah. I mean, changing the oil for me, I've done it for many years in all sorts of vehicles. And I sort of forget that, somebody who's just got themselves a bike or a car, it doesn't matter what it is, and they want to have a go themselves, something like changing oil, if you've never done it before, it can be a little bit challenging, and too many people say, well, don't be silly, of course it's not. But no, it is, and I get that. I truly get that. So, and like every video that I do, I try to detail and I try to show exactly. I don't do anything first. I don't try it and then redo it. When I do something, that's exactly how it's happening. If there's a problem, that's what you could encounter, and that's why I do it. And so again, and I've said this before, I absolutely make no apologies if these videos can be a tad on the long side. It's not because I want my viewing hours up. It's nothing to do with that. It's because I'm doing the job from start to finish. If I hit a problem, I hit a problem. And, I'm sure that someone could be watching me thinking, well, you know what, I'd have done it this way. And it's probably a bit... And, you're probably right. I'm not saying my way is the right way. I just try to help people. So, for the gentleman who sent me the message on Instagram, this is for you. What we're going to need to do the job. Let's get down first of all, because I think that's always important. So let's get here first. So things to do the job. Right, well, first of all, an implement to drain the oil in. Okay, now you notice as well, look, every time I use this, I clean it out. I think it's so important, don't start off with dirty tools. So there we go, we're going to drain that. Right. We need a 5mm hex key, which I've got one to crack them, one to take them off. It's easier, okay? We need an 8mm socket to release the 2 bolts underneath for the strainer. We need a pair of bent long nose pliers to pull the strainer out, although sometimes it falls out, but if it doesn't, that's helpful. We need our new Royal Enfield genuine parts oil filter. I then use this little jug first of all. I put this because I always soak the filters first. I don't put a dry filter in, so I soak the filter. So I use this at first, and then secondly, I use this jug, a litre. Now I think on these it's 1.7 litres. I think the capacity is. So I'll put in like 1 and then half a litre, and then check it and top it up at that, and then obviously the oil again, This is what I use. I like this oil, suits me, that's for me. The other tool is this. This is a 16mm socket, and now, okay, the 16mm socket, let's just bring it back. You can actually go onto the internet, and Royal Enfield themselves put a lot of tutorial videos up, one of which is changing the oil on this bike. Now, there's the drain plate underneath the engine with the two 8mm, and you drop that down and that's got the canister in. But there is also a sump plug at the front of the engine, looking from the bike here, at the front to the left of the engine, there's a sump plug. Now they don't mention that, they don't say to drain that, and you don't have to do it. I mean, I'm going to do it. It gets out a little tiny bit of oil, not much, it just holds a bit. But I'm going to take it out, I'm going to drain that last bit out. It's entirely up to you whether you do it or not. Personally, my choice, I do it. Importantly as well, I've had this bike running I just run it enough to get the engine casings a bit warm, then your oil then will drain out quicker. Okay, right, so we know now what we've got to do. We know we've got the tools to do it. Oh, and gloves. As much as I hate these gloves, I also hate being covered in engine oil, and of course the trusty paper towel. Right, I'm just gonna, and I should have got this first of all, I'm just gonna go and get my little seat, which is here. See, I always forget something. Okay, so I'm going to get that there, and then I know I'm swinging you around a bit, and I do apologise. Right, what I want to be able to do, we're going to check that off there because that's totally in the way. And right, let's see if we can get this in a position now where you're going to be able to see, hopefully, what I'm sort of doing. But again, it's always very difficult to do this. Yeah. Right, so basically these here, again, I don't know whether I can get it's always fun with a camera to try and get in. There's two, these two here, look, yeah, one there, and whoops, as he eats it, and then there's one the other side there. That is your drain plate. It would be nice if I could get, I don't know whether that's actually probably any better for you to see what I'm doing down there. Is it maybe? I don't know, possibly. I think it could be. That actually could be a decent way. Right, so I'm going to leave the camera there a minute, yeah, while I put my gloves on. There, and get the bowl to drain the oil in. Yeah. So don't go away, don't get too bored. I do hate these gloves, I really do. I don't like wearing them, but sometimes you just have to. Right, so I did actually get my little, right, we're just gonna crack these here. Again, not exactly tight. I know they're on a, no, okay, now what I do with these, because hopefully we're going to get that here right, there's no easy way to do this. I just start to loosen these off, look, yeah, like that, and I don't take them all the way off yet. I'm just going to let that drain out, yeah, okay, like that. Now I'm just going to nip round the other side, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to undo the filler plug because then that gives us a nice airflow. Yeah. Okay, so that's that undone there, and I'm going to put that just down there a minute. Okay, so that gives us a nice airflow where that then can drain off. Yeah. Okay. Now, until that's drained off there's nothing really that we can do. Okay, so rather than stand and just watch it draining, I'm going to stop for a minute. I'm going to let that drain. I'm going to go and have a nice cup of coffee, and hopefully when I've had the coffee that will be drained off, and then we can proceed to the next bit. So catch you in a minute. Right, welcome back. Now, as you can see, that's almost finished draining. So there has to come a time when you've got to get a bit of oil on you, so we'll just get one of these bolts off at a time. Now there's going to be a little bit more come out, but at least we saved getting covered in loads of it. Right, okay, so there's our first bolt done. Just put him down there, clean him off later. It's always a good idea as well when you're doing this, when you take these bolts out, to check the threads, yeah, just to make sure that they're okay. You know, although it's still sunny out there, we've just had a right good pour down. Unbelievable, eh? Still, at least it's not raining all day. Right, so there's that bit there. Okay, we'll give that a clean up before it all goes back on. Yeah. Okay. Check that O-ring, which again, that looks fine. There isn't a need to you know, I mean, that O-ring is very proud, you know, that hasn't flattened off. That's nice. There's no need to change that, certainly not yet. I mean, yes, obviously at some stage it's going to need changing. Right now it doesn't need to be changed, but again, you know, I'm not saying to you don't change it. What I'm saying is I'm not going to change mine. Right, so let's have a look, because what I want to do now is we want to get this other one done round here, which is our drain plug, which Royal Enfield don't do. Oh, I'll tell you what we will do first of all though, while we're here, we will pull out the little basket. That sounds quite bad actually, doesn't it? Pull the little basket out, right, which is up here. Now there's a little in there. Sometimes you can get it with your hands and it will come out. In this case it's not going to, so if you just grab that there and pull it down, yeah, that's it, and then that's that look here. Just get the oil out of that again. Oh, hang on a sec, I'll just get another piece of, again, there's another O-ring round it. Now check the gauze to make sure that there's no horrible lumps of metal, because if there is, that indicates a problem. This isn't, it's nice and clean. Check on the inside again, you know, that's fine. Yeah, this O-ring again, that isn't flattened, that's a nice O-ring. It's still durable, you know, I can go around it, it's still, you know, it hasn't gone hard, so that's fine. There's life left in that yet, so why replace something that you don't need to on this occasion? Bearing in mind this bike hasn't done 3,000, it's just coming up to 2,500 kilometres, this bike is. So, and the only reason I'm changing the oil so soon with this one is because I got it second hand, and so I don't know what's been done to it. So with me doing it, I now know that it's all been done. Right, okay, so we're going to put that down there in a minute. Right, now what we're going to do is, again, it's always awkward to try and get the camera in the right place, so bear with me a minute. In actual fact, I think I might take these gloves off now, because that is actually the worst of it done, and it saves me messing around. So I'm going to get the camera, hopefully, somewhere here. Let's have a look and see if we can get it in there, because that there is the nut, that's the drain plug, yeah? That's the one that Royal Enfield don't tell you about. They just say drain that. Now, you don't have to drain this one. Like I said, it's you know, you only gain a slightly bit more oil, yeah? Okay, and I'm just trying to see why this won't go on there. And the reason it won't go on there, because I've got a 16mm socket and it is obviously a 17mm socket. So bear with me 1 minute and we will change sockets. Hokey cokey. Right, now this one probably be a bit tighter. Oh, blimey. But it's gone. That's the main thing. It's probably why Royal Enfield in their tutorials say, it's okay, you can leave that one. Now, I don't know if this is a copper washer or what, but let's get it out first of all, and then we'll have a good look and we'll get everything. And there's the last bit coming out. See, I mean, you do actually get, you know, look, I personally think it's worth doing. Yeah, I really do. You know, you want to change your oil, you're changing it to put in new oil. So, for my way of thinking, that's the way to do it. So what we're going to do is, I'm going to swing the camera around across here for a minute and we'll give all this a clean off, yeah? So bear with me a minute. Again, hello. There you go, you can all see me again. Far more interesting, I would have thought. No? Okay. Right. Let's try and get all this done. Okay. How's that? Is that about it? I would think I'm going to get you there now. And get you down there. Okay, so let's just get everything up here that we took and done. So first things first, right? This is our little drain. For one of the sump plug, I will call this. Okay, the sump plug. So there was a little bit of Loctite on this. That's what it was. Although, and there's still a bit left in the threads. It's not magnetic. Bit of a strange thing, really. How they've sort of put this and the straining basket, but still. Right. So. So this looks like an aluminium washer. That's okay. That can go back on. Okay. Right. Put it the same way on as you took it. If you look at that, look, you can see there's a slight wear where it's gone up into the engine. So that's the way we're going to want him on. Okay, so that's that clean and ready to go back. Then we've got our strainer. Again, you know, we've checked all the mesh. Yeah, she's all clean. Yeah, there's no debris in there, because that's what we don't want. If there was, we'd have to find out and think, well, hang on, you know, what's going on. Okay, that ring, our O-ring, that's fine. That doesn't need replacing yet. There's plenty of life left in that, so that's ready to go back. Our 2 bolts, again, check the threads, which are fine. Okay, okay, and lastly, from this part of the engine, we have a plate that holds it all together. So give that a nice wipe over. Again, paying attention to this O-ring, yeah, which again is fine. It stands nice and proud. It hasn't been squashed down, so that will do it easily to the next change. Yeah, so there isn't a problem there. Right, so that's pretty clean there. Okay, so that's all ready to go back on. Let's just get rid of this, put it in the bin. Lovely job. What I should have done, because I've got to grab the camera now, is just hang on one sec, bear with me a minute. This is where I could do with my production team, following me around, so I could get in some good shots. Okay, right, so what we're going to do now is we're going to take off or take out the old filter. So let's get you around here. Okay, and right, so that's the bit we're going to be doing now, those 3 there. 5mm Allen, or hex, or whatever you want to call them. Okay, now again, hopefully we won't get any oil coming out of there, but just in case, we'll put that there. I do hate it when everything makes a mess and we got oil all over the place. Yeah, get the ratchet on the right one. Just crack these. Like I said, none of these are ever tight. They don't need to be that tight, because that one's a little bit. It's the same on the Himalayan as well. These, I'm not too sure. Sooner or later I may change these bolts. I just don't like the feel of these bolts. I really don't. I'll probably do that by hand there. Now there is going to be a bit of oil come out of here, which, like I say, can be a pain in the bum. You know, it makes a mess. Something I hate, but you know, it's all part and parcel. It doesn't take really that long to clean it up. Right, now don't forget, this is sprung, yeah, because your new filter, if you look at it, will have a spring on the end of it, and this is the same. So take the pressure off evenly till you've got no pressure, which I haven't now, and then you can do them like one at a time. Yeah, and the same when you do them up, you know, try to do them up evenly. Okay, like I said, these head bolts, I mean, if you look at that one, that's chewed up. Now, I've never taken them off, so I don't know. That one's okay. It was just the one that wasn't too good. Okay, I'm going to put him down there a minute. Give him a walk there. Let's pull out this filter. He just pulls off the plate there. Okay, I'm just going to put this round here a minute before I do anything else, and then I'll come back round and we'll give this a clean look. Yeah, give him a clean inside. Okay, have a good look what's going on in there. Okay, that looks pretty good. Okay, we can move. Just going to put that paper in the bin so it's out of the way. Right, get myself some more round there. Okay, so first things first, let's give this a check, the O-ring to this. Give them a clean up. All the surfaces to make back together. Again, that O-ring's fine. Yeah. So that will do another service easily. Yeah. No problem at all. Okay. Nice and clean here. Right. Give that a nice clean off there. Like that. They're all nice and clean. Okay. I'm going to leave that there because when we put our new filter back on, again, no doubt, we're going to have some bits and pieces of oil that drop out anyway. Right. So let's get back over here for a minute. Yeah. Okay, because what we're going to do now is we're going to get our filter okay, there we go, and we're just gonna put a bit of oil in him, yeah, and just soak him. Again, you know, this does make a bit of a mess, but it's for the best, yeah. You can swab him around there, okay, like that. Now, so while that is getting itself all nice and ready, I'm just gonna get a little bit of a little tiny bit of spray here. Did actually get the wrong one, but never mind, because I've got it across here. I do with a smaller bit of rag instead of, but that will have to do. So just keep this. I like to get these cleaned because if you don't, it basically is just a dirt magnet, yeah. So give them a bit of a clean, and then while that filter's soaking, we'll put this back on the basket back on, put the drain plug back in. Yeah, that's most important thing. Don't, if you're going to take the drain plug out, don't just put this section back in here and forget the drain plug. Else when you put your oil back in, it's going to be all over your floor or your lift or whatever it is. Okay, so that's ready to go back on. Give this one a final clean here, and that's ready to go back on. Okay, now so let's get the camera back in the position, and we'll put the drain plug in first of all. Yeah, so first things first, let's get the camera in the right position. He says, hopefully. We sort of took it out. I'm just wondering if, because I know that light from the door now is sort of getting in the way, so maybe we get it from this side here. Yeah, and about there, hopefully we're about right, I'd like to think. Yeah, what do you think? I'm sure that'll do it. Right, so drain plug first. So I'll get round this side. Now there's a little bit of thread lock left on this, although I don't think I've ever thread locked a drain plug in. I really don't, you know, so, but maybe it's something that they do. Royal Enfield are good, they really are, with their thread lock. They use it on everything, and you know, that's good. That really is. Okay. Right. Now don't forget, we will check all of this as and when we put this lot back. We'll start it up and we will make sure that there is no leaks. Okay. Right, let me just move this here. Start taking the tools off as we've used them. Right, okay, so we want these three bits here, but what I do want to do again is to get the camera repositioned to where I had it before. I'm just going to get my little kneeling mat round here. Okay, and hopefully we can get this back in the position again where you can see what I'm doing. Yeah, I'd like to think. I think that's about it, is it? I'm sure it is. Right, I know it's very awkward to get all this. Now we've still got, you know, the occasional drip, but not much. So we're going to put him there, and then we're going to get this way up, yeah. So put him in, bit of a twiddle, and you'll feel him clicking. He doink, and he's clicked in. Okay, so that ain't going to fall out, yeah. Okay. Right. Now the easiest way to do this, again, is start the one off, yeah. Once you've found the hole, that is, which the camera is in my way. Okay, so there's one. Just turn him there, get him starting to do up. I mean, these bolts are nice, you know, there's no, you can virtually do it all the way up. Right, get the second one in place. Getting it done up with your fingers. Like so. Okay. Now don't forget, these aren't on any form of need to be done up really tight. These are on a, you know, on the O-ring, so you haven't got to pull them up there, you know, you just want them like literally, you know, just turn them up like that and then just nip them up. You don't want to strip these, you really don't want to strip these, yeah, that would be a disaster. So you sort of, I mean, there's a torque wrench for this, a torque wrench setting, there must be. I don't know, maybe I've been doing these for so many years on so many different bikes that you almost, you know, your hand becomes the torque wrench, and I'm not trying to be clever by any means, but it does. Right, give these a nice clean up again now. Okay, because we don't want any, the last thing you want is any excessive oil here, because when you're checking for leaks you don't want it dripping anything else. Right, okay, so we now have in place, we've got our strainer back and we've got our sun plug back. So what we're going to do now is, yeah, we're going to come back here to the, I just need to get the oil off my hands before I grab hold of the GoPro. Okay. Right. So what we're going to do, look, we're going to come round here again to the side, yeah. I'm going to turn this up here again and get him about there, because I think that's about the right height, thingy. Okay, right, I'm just going to go and get the filter, yeah, and my rag, and we're going to put this in here. Now again, right, this locates, there is a rubber hole on the back, you see that there, yeah. Now obviously we'll let some of this surplus drain out, because I want loads of it in, because the idea is that the filter is now soaked up the oil, yeah, so that when the bike starts it's not on a dry filter. So we're going to put that in, and it literally just pushes on, that's it. It's as simple as that. Now, like I said, bear in mind there's a spring that you can see at the front, yeah. So we want to get these and we want to pull these up evenly if we can, yeah. He says just get each one on a couple of threads, yeah, taking care not to cross thread them, yeah. Take your time, nice and easy. Okay, like that. Do them up with your fingers just till you get you're against the spring, yeah, which basically is that. And then, you know, a few turns on each one, pull it in so that you're sealing that rubber nice and even as it goes, yeah. Okay, take them down. Just like that. Okay, and then what we can do here, we'll just nip each one up, and it literally is nipping them up. It's got that rubber, it doesn't need to be, you know, absolutely so tight that it will not move. Okay, that's that there. Now what I'm going to do as well, I'm just going to give this a little bit of a spray there as well, because it just cleans it up again. And I know this is probably me being a bit OTT, but I hate dirty sticky things. You think of what my poor kids was like. I used to follow them around spraying them when they used to eat the food. No, I didn't. Right, okay. So that's that. So we have our new filter in place, we have our drain plug in place, and we have our canister in place. So all we've got to do now is we've got to fill the engine up. So what we're going to do is we're going to come back round here again. Yep. And let's just raise the camera again. Like that. Okay. So this bit of oil here, we're going to drain it in there. And normally I'll go and have a coffee and drain all this in, but I know you people are thinking, what, another coffee he's going to have? So I'm not going to. I will do it at a later stage after the video's done. Right. So the price of oil in this day and age, you really don't want to waste any of it, do you? You don't. Okay, so for now I'm just going to use him, although I will drain him out later. And the same we'll go for this one. Okay, so we're gonna get this right in a minute when I can see it. Yep, there we go. Okay, so I'm going to put him up to the litre, which is there. Okay, I'm going to get a clean funnel, which hopefully will be somewhere here. Yep, it is. Now what I'm going to do is, again, just bear with me a minute, because our filler cap, again, worth the inspection. Yeah, O-ring, a nice chunky O-ring. I mean, that is perfect, absolutely perfect. There's nothing wrong there. A little bit of dirt, well, not dirty, but a little bit of oil in there, so let's get that out. Okay, so that's all nice. So right, let's bang that there, get the camera back round here for the point of refilling the vehicle. Now I'm sure everybody knows how to fill a bug, but like I said, you can't take anything very, because some people don't, you know. I mean, I know it sounds crazy, but some people just might not. So we will do this step by step. Now, trying not to drop the oil, because that would be pretty much okay. Now, you can't go mad with these, because the filling angle is really weird on these. It really is. And if you don't go too quick, the only thing that will happen, literally, it will all spurt back out and make a whole mess all down the engine and all over the floor or the stand or whatever it is. So nice and easy, yeah. There is real limit. You can just get the end of this funnel in till it hits the plate of the engine, and it, like I said, if you do this quickly, you'll regret it. So don't rush. For the sake of just a few more minutes longer, nice and steady. So this is a litre going in. Now, like I said, I think it's 1.7 in these. So, but we'll put 1.5 and then we'll see where that takes it to, because the last thing you want to do is overfill it. I mean, if you did, it's no big deal. You can drain it off, but why cause yourself more trouble in the first place? So I ordered the stuff for my Transalp this morning, and the clutch and all the bits and pieces to go with it. So I'm really looking forward to working on the Transalp. Like I said, I've said it in the last couple of videos, it's about time that she had a little bit of affection. So yeah, should be some interesting videos coming out on that. But I want to get these two bikes, the bits and pieces done on these first of all, because obviously the Transalp is not going to be a rush job. You know, I mean, it's going to be right. If you just hang on there looking at that, I'm just going to walk over here and I am going to put in half a litre here, like that. Okay, excellent. Right, and we'll get this one in again. Yes, even I did that a bit quick then. Look at that, you have to be so careful there, because it literally does come right up to the top of where that screws in so quickly. Even with this raised up so, you know, your air can get out, because basically if there's oil going in, there's got to be air coming out. And we don't want it coming out anywhere else by this hole, do we? Because if we do, we've got a problem. Right. So back to the Transalp, yeah. It's a project that I'm really looking forward to doing. You know, I mean, it runs beautiful now for its age, you know, 34 years old, and yeah, but I'm gonna do, you know, a bit of a major service on it, and it needs to be used a bit more as well, because it's a beautiful bike to ride. I mean, I love the Himalayans, the Royal Enfields, you know, both are mine, but it is nice to get on the Honda, you know, that 600, you know, V-twin. It's just nice, you know. Right, okay. And here comes my family back from a nice shopping spree, no doubt. No doubt they'll come bursting in here, eh? That's what people do when they come back from the shopping sprees. Right, I have got a little torch around here. Oh, it is. Let's have a look at that. Okay, well, that's showing smack on the full mark, yeah? But don't forget, she hasn't been run. But it's a good job I didn't put any more in, because, yeah. So what I'm going to do now, I am going to take this off here. Okay, like that. I'm going to put that down there. We're going to put the filler back on, the cap, the bung, the screw, whatever you want to call it, the bit that stops the oil splashing all over the engine, back in there, like so. Okay, then take all the tools off here, yep, and put them on the workbench. The most important one we're going to move is that drum of oil, because we definitely don't want that come flying off. Okay, and what we're going to do is we're going to start her up in a minute. Okay, hello, we're back. Right, it's okay, I'm just looking. Right, I'm going to change the battery in the GoPro because it's running a bit flat, so stop. I'm just going to stop this, which will give the oil a chance to drain down. And I will also say hello to the clam before they come bursting there. I'll catch you in a minute. Okay, so battery changed, I'm back. Right, what we need to do now, we need to start the bike up, check for leaks. The oil is smack on the level, but it might drop down a bit. Okay, check for leaks, because if we've got any leaks, the best thing is we want to find them here and now. We don't want to find them while we're out on the road and everything causing a mess. So let's get her started up. Okay, so let's drop you down to where we can see. So basically we're checking this one first, yeah. Our filter housing, she's nice, there's no leaks there. Okay, we're going to come down here to where our sump is, the sump nut, which is this. Again, she's nice and dry. I don't know whether you can actually see that there, but okay, but that there, this one is all nice and dry. Okay, so that's that done. Okay, we're going to get up, or I am, with the poor old knees, and we're going to come round this side. And so what we've got to test here is we are looking for this here, yeah, this is our plate here, and again we're all nice and dry on that, yeah. Okay, so we're going to turn her off because we certainly haven't got any leaks, but there again, with me doing it, I wouldn't expect anything else. Perfection. I had to blow me out. I'm really sorry. I shouldn't say that, should I? Okay, so what we want to do now is somewhere, I'll put the little torch, and I don't know how good you can actually see this, but we want that to fill back up there. You can see the two lines to either side, and it'll slowly come up, and hopefully the level will be okay. So there she's to the first one. Like I said, it might just need a little bit of a top up, or there again it might be all right. Okay, rather than stand here looking at that, well, let me just adjust the camera. So that's it, job done, oil change done. It's pretty easy, really, you know. It's not a hard job. I hope the person that messaged me, I hope you you can get to yours now and think, right, that's it. It's like most jobs, you know, just take your time, be thorough, check everything, you know, check the O-rings or any gaskets that you might have, and if you think they're not right, replace them, and really speaking, you should be fine. Okay, so I hope this little video has been of use to somebody out there, you know. If you enjoyed it, give me a big thumbs up. If you haven't already subscribed, I'd love you to. Hey, it just helps the channel. Yeah, it helps the channel. It gets me out there. It helps the channel. Who knows? Hey, right. I'm going to go and join the clan. Who've, you know what it's like. Danny, the wife and kids, they come back from the shopping trips. And say, oh, come and look at this guy. So, I will catch you in the next video. Have a great weekend. The weather, it's looking better. It's brightening up. Who knows? Maybe next week could actually get out for the ride. The next video, while this is up, is going to be checking the back brakes of this bike. Just a quick check. I did the front ones. It's going to be the back ones. That's it. I'm going to zip it. Take care, everyone. See you in the next video. Bye for now.